Hey everybody, welcome back to Coffee Sometimes Tea with Jen and myself, Marcelo. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump right into
Some more tips?
some more tips. Probably the top 10 tips that we're gonna be looking at.
Maybe. We'll see how far we get. All right, so where we left off was we're kind of going to ChatGPT, so we're going to go into a little bit more about what that's all about. And then in relations to, you do have some abilities of archiving your chats. It's one tip. On the left-hand side in ChatGPT, there'll be 3 buttons next to a title, and then you can just rename it. It'll help you along the way of in regards to archiving. There's like a little folder box. So I would say relabel it, maybe date it as well, and then archive it when you're done. So that way you can leave your left-hand column nice and clean. The next one is custom instructions.
So we're going to be doing you set your personalized instructions in ChatGPT. That's to influence its response, style, and content. So an example of that is, I am a graphic designer interested in creative content.
And then after that custom instruction, you would then tell it to do something. So it's I'm a graphic designer interested in creative content. Please list me the top 10 things or top 10 ideas for trending designs, and then ChatGPT will provide you a list.
Now we're going to be going deeper into these into another video to actually show you guys how this is done, and that will be done in our free community, which is school. Links down there below. Go ahead and smash that link button, and also while you're there, smash the like button on this YouTube channel for us. All right, that'll help us out. But we'll go into further into details. So we show you what we're doing in a later date.
So another tip, speak with ChatGPT on your mobile. So on the mobile is a little bit different than on the computer. You can actually use the voice prompter. For instance, you're out and about, you need a quick tip of, hey, hit the prompt. What are some quick healthy breakfast recipes? And then
no healthy recipes for this guy.
It's bagels and cheese there, huh?
You know it.
And don't forget that coffee. And what was it that you had today? What was your
coffee today we had cream brulee. What's the medium roast? We usually do dark roast, but the medium roast wasn't too bad.
He loves his Death Wish coffee.
Yeah, I love my Death Wish coffee.
It's a little too strong for me, but
okay.
Hey, good mellow. All right, back to the prompts. So we left off with quick and healthy breakfast recipe tips or list. And then ChatGPT will give you a quick list of some healthy recipes or ideas, depending on how you ask the question. Always remember with ChatGPT, how you ask the question is how you're going to get those results. So if you are too broad and you think you might be getting the wrong answer and think, oh, this does not work. It's not necessarily the computer. It may be more the user. So always take a look at your prompts or how you ask the question. More specific in this case, the better.
So then we're going to go utilizing doing output formatting, which is what we're going to be talking about. So let's say request a specific format like tables, bullet lists, timelines for ChatGPT responses. A great example for that would be, let's say you're creating a table for listing the top 10 highest mountains with their highest peaks and locations. Let's say you wake up one morning and say, hey, you know what? I want to go hike the tallest mountain here in Vegas. You go ahead and type that in.
A hill.
More like a hill. Type that in ChatGPT, and it'll give you the highest mountain you have here in Vegas.
However, you're asking it to
be specific
in that format of table form. So then what's going to happen, as I showed you in the last video, is that it will actually create a table for you of those results, which is pretty awesome.
And then go check out the video on that too. We have a video strictly on just tables too.
And also don't forget to join us in our community where we will keep things real and free, unlike some other communities out there. They're going to charge you to join. They're going to charge you to get this content. We plan on up and coming master classes, being with like-minded people as yourselves. So thank you for joining us, and hopefully have yourself your morning brew of whatever you're drinking with your cupper. Tea or coffee or whatever it may be. So moving along, let's see.
Here's a good one. Here's some research and assistance. That's a pretty good one.
Okay, so what is that?
So using so we're going to do research and assistance using ChatGPT for an in-depth research, including like web browsing, like for up-to-date information. A good example for that is type in find recent advancements in renewable energy for the last month. That's something that she likes a lot.
Yeah, don't get me started. Shout out to Rad for my machine.
For her machine. But you could go in depth in finding out, about renewable energy. Does it work? Does it not work? But again, we want to be specific when typing into ChatGPT, you guys, okay? We'll go over in depth in that, and we'll discuss that a little bit later.
Yeah, and in regards to your field, into your niche, all these tips are basically universal. You're going to have ChatGPT act as something or be in a role of, and then you're going to provide it your act as, and then provide it the information you want it to act as or do. So you're saying research, including web browsing. So now it knows it needs to go onto the internet and find you trending ideas, finding the up-to-date information, and providing that to you. And I would also recommend doing it either in bullet form or table form. So then that way you can actually export it. It does allow for you to do things for Excel as well, which is pretty cool, which again, we'll be teaching a little bit of information about that in our community if you want to join us. Here's something nice, knowledge retention.
Correct. So go ahead. Do you want to talk about knowledge retention, or do you want me to do it?
Go ahead.
All right. So, using knowledge retention. So, you could use techniques like simplification or analogies, or better understand or remember complex topics. So, a good example for that would be explain quaternion computing as quantum computing. Sorry, as if I was a 5-year-old.
And then it will respond in kind. So actually a better way of this would be act as a expert in quantum computing, and please explain that to me as if I am a child, or be more specific as if I'm a 5-year-old. And then it will explain it to you. And we will show you a link. If we don't have it on the screen, we'll give you an example on that as well. So these are things that ChatGPT isn't just put in. Right now, there's a lot of things out there as far as the store, utilizing the plugin store. Right. What's happening is people are able to create their own bots. I have actually created a couple myself. I did one for post-interview. Basically, I gave it some information. I had ChatGPT do a reference, and this is going to be a lot of information for a lot of you. And again, we'll be teaching some classes on this, but there's a lot of top trending in this realm of prompting, interviews, jobs, business. So what we did was we created a prompt for a post-interview email, and I'll show you that in a later date as well. How does that work? And then you put it in, ChatGPT will then come back and ask you a question. So you have to feed it information so you can get what you want as the response. Right. And we did test this on one of our videos, and it worked out pretty good. Awesome. So pretty awesome stuff. But if you go to the store, other people have built their own bots, and we can show you how you can create one for yourself, whether you use it internally for yourself, on your website, for your work. That's a little bit about the plugin store. You can utilize what's there. So the capabilities with the additional plugins is pretty strong. You can ask in that plugin store, create a flowchart explaining the software development process using the AI diagram plugin. So then it's going to put that in there for you. Now the next thing that I do, like I'm a big lister. This
Yep,
one's not.
checklist.
This one's not. I'm a lister, and maybe you are too. But I like to try to keep organized because we're constantly running and forgetting to do certain things. We need a list.
Right.
So we'd say, okay, in the ChatGPT, generate a checklist. Okay, so for this, create structured and efficient to-do lists or schedules with ChatGPT's assistance. Example, for you students, example, I have an exam next week in Europe history. Can you create a study checklist? Or say you're going grocery shopping, create a list for shopping, and you can actually put in the information and say, put in your own recipe, or you can even do recipes and say, create me a shopping list from the recipe. I think there was a ChatGPT bot already created, but you again create your own. You can literally, I'm going to segue on this for just 1 second because I'm always hungry, and this one can eat. So what I would do is take some of our top recipes. I would actually put it in PDF form, feed it into ChatGPT, create my own, our the cook bot, and then say, okay, these are our recipes. Please create shopping list from the following recipes, and then it will create that list for us, which is pretty awesome because now it's like, okay, we want to create this, or even better, hey, act as, and then you can put in some of the top chefs in the world, some of your favorite chefs, act as your favorite chef, and then please create a recipe with the following ingredients. So if you like chicken and you like mushrooms or onions or wine, that sounded like a chicken marsala to me, but who knows? Maybe you might get something different. Right. So that's just another idea there. Okay, so then another thing you can do with ChatGPT is, what does it say? What do you want to do here? This last one.
Well, we could do this last one here, then we can go ahead and jump into another set of ChatGPT. So
is planning.
That's the big one here, guys. Planning. So when you want to plan activities or strategies by giving ChatGPT your goals and context, it's kind of funny. So I just got back recently from Georgia, and I was on the plane, and I got to stretch my legs on that flight. It's a 4-hour flight, and I was getting a little bit cramped. So I was walking up and down the road, and I kid you not, I counted at least 5 people using ChatGPT. This one lady, actually, it was 2 rows ahead of me. She was planning a birthday party for one of her kids. So this is a great example. I'm planning a digital marketing, party, or I'm planning a party for a 5-year-old with balloons, entertainment. The keyword was 5-year-old entertainment, gifts and that kind of stuff, food. Any allergies, let's say allergic to peanuts.
Please design
this around
an activity, a birthday party with all of those items that he just listed. So you put the list in, and
it'll pump it right out.
And then give it a theme. Yeah. We would like it in the theme of
anything. It could be a theme of
your favorite Disney movie.
Your favorite favorite Disney movie.
Yeah, Jack Sparrow.
It's
or pirates,
anything.
or
Pirates of the Caribbean,
or race car driver, or pilot, or whatever they may DJ. If they want to be like a little DJ, you just give it a theme. And then it will plan that for you. But again, the more specific you are, the better. So in the planning, there's a lot of things that you can do. I know that you had talked about digital marketing. So another example, I'm planning a digital marketing campaign for June. Can you outline the key steps for that campaign? And then it gives you, and then you want to say in bullet form. I think that would be probably easiest. And if it doesn't give you enough information, ask the follow-up question, which we talked about before. The follow-up question, if it's not specific enough for you, then you say, please expand the above, and in 2 sentences. And then it will expand it for you while keeping your subject titles intact, which is pretty amazing because we're always making alterations. Never just take the first thing you get from ChatGPT.
Play with it.
Always do your follow-up. And some of the things we're going to do in our next video, we're going to talk about motivation. Some things, where's that coming from? Well, even us as content creators, and we are new, we want to be able to keep that motivation, not just for ourselves, but for you. So we did get a query on that. So we're going to go ahead and touch on that in the next segment. Totally. Cheers to you, and looking forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you guys for joining us again on Coffee Sometimes Tea. And we will be with you guys back here shortly from the video. Hey, smash that like button. Do it. Good night, guys.